went to Guatemala and noticed that people were deforesting their hillsides and using too much wood to make a smoky fire and use up too much and take 40 minutes to boil a pot of beans. And so he, being an engineer, said, how can I fix this? And so he designed this little firebox that had a straw-like sucking motion in the heat riser. And you would put a pot of beans on top. And he could using twigs, using small diameter wood, you can release more wood gas, so you'd get a boil much sooner. So they could boil in 7 minutes just using twigs, using his rocket heater. So he went and gave out 400 of these things, and then he came back 3 months later and asked if anybody, who didn't want to give $4 for it, and almost everybody gave $4 because it was great, right? Anyway, so then the permaculture people came along and said, hey, let's use this stove for heat. And so they take the J-tube shape, and then put a barrel on top, and it emanates heat. And then the heat goes out through a manifold, and you run it through a big cob couch, like one of those lovely cob couches. You have got to come to my studio and see it. Anyway, and sit on it. It's very warm. So, and then it goes out the chimney. And again, no smoke, because smoke is unburned fuel. And unburned fuel, that was the other problem, is they had asthma. It's waste, yeah. So, then I come along 2 years later after building rocket heaters for my house, and I'm like, what happens if we put a kiln on top of this thing? So anyway, we've tried it low, we've tried it high, we've tried it a bunch of different ways, and so this is the best design to date, and it works great. So it mostly fires in oxidation. It fires in about 3 hours using 3 pallets to cone 6. Again, 2.5, 3 hours to cone 04. But like that, I know we need a step stool. We need a little, yeah. Anyway, we have some stuff fired to cone 10 in about 4.5 hours. Wow. And again, 4.5 pallets that are just the pallets, no stuff on top. So the magic is that the wood goes in here. There is a perforated kiln shelf that's drilled out, like Swiss cheese. And so the primary air is actually down here, and it sucks through the coals, burning them, so we have no ash. It gets pulled through the heat riser, there's no smoke. And at this point, all the fuel is used up. It goes in here. We stack the shelves in such a way that it's even. And then this is our lid, and we put that chimney on top. This is a downdraft model. That's an updraft. This one's, it doesn't have its downdraft parts yet, because they were used in firing yesterday and they were hot and we didn't get them out, so whoops. But anyway, it has a kiln shelf going across, like level with this, and it's boosted up 4 inches so that the kiln gas, the wood gas goes up, goes back down, under the kiln shelf inside, and then up and out through the roof there. And there's our chimney. Ta-da! And there's no smoke, no disturbing of neighbors. Amazing. Yeah. Isn't it neat? To cone 11. So far, I mean, we haven't tried to go above that. But we could keep firing, Yeah, and if anybody wants plans for this thing, it's the QR code. There's a QR code right here. And then you don't go to Kilns yet, go to this information is all under Project Space. See this QR code?